Hi guys. This may fall down, this video. I'm not sure. It might or might not. I don't know. I know I said the other video may be my last video, because I've been really trying to focus on my recovery and kind of pushing myself, to get back into life and just try to live as normally as possible, and try to get my body to readapt to everything, because I feel like once you're one way for so long when you're sick, your body has to readapt to everything. And we hold memory in our brains, there's muscle memory and there's cellular memory to where your body remembers doing those things. It's just your nervous system is very fragile right now, and everything is overstimulating to it. So, but I didn't really want to talk about symptoms or anything like that today, and I don't really want to talk about, recovery stuff, and I've decided that I want to make different videos for now, and when I'm healed, I want to make one last video that has to do with the benzo community, and it'll probably be a long video when I make my last video when I'm healed, because there's a lot to say, but I wanted to talk about mindfulness, meditation. I wanted to talk about God. I wanted to kind of do like a self-help video, and not just doom and gloom or this and that, or you know what I mean. I feel like there's too many videos that are just really negative, and I understand people want to make videos to where they're talking about how bad they're feeling, because I've done it too, I understand that, because you have to get that out there, how you're feeling, in order for you to heal more. You can't just internalize everything that's happening to you. I totally get that. But I wanted to do a self-help video for people that want to get back into driving, and they want to get back into life, but they're too scared to, they feel too sick to, which is totally understandable. I got on, I'm still driving is still a process for me. I did just get back from getting on a big road though. I went to the post office and I had to mail off a letter for my insurance. I had to get a different insurance, because when all this started back up for me, when I was doing good and then I got really sick again, I lost my job. So I've been out of work for 1.5 years now, and I had to file for a different insurance because of that. But anyways, I have realized that mindfulness really helps when you're trying to drive, because when you get on those main roads, your brain is going to tell you that this is overwhelming, that we're not used to this, we can't do this, blah, blah, blah. But you can. I'm not saying push yourself to where you're having a full-blown panic attack, but I'm saying that in this process, when you stop doing certain things, it's even harder just to do a little bit of it. That's what I've noticed, because when all this first started, I was able to drive in the mornings to take my daughter to school and pick her up, and I was able to go to the grocery store as long as there wasn't too many people there. And then I got a setback on top of a setback. So my antibiotic setback started 1.5 years ago, which some of you guys probably already know from my other videos. And then 5 months in, I started using a supplement, and then I was using that supplement for 8 months, and then it started hitting a paradoxical effect. and I had to taper off that supplement, and that was horrible. You know, I tapered it for 2 months, and during that time when it hit paradoxical and when I had to taper it, I couldn't drive anymore. I stopped driving and everything became so much harder, and I hit a daily severe acute when I went off that supplement for at least 5 months. I'm at the 6-month mark now from when I last used that supplement when I tapered it, and I'm noticing that, you know, the windows are coming. You know, it's not a daily severe acute anymore. But what I've noticed is when I stopped driving completely, when I got really, really sick, when I hit the setback on top of my setback, antibiotic one, it's like my brain couldn't remember how to do it. So whenever I would try to do it, I wouldn't just do small little baby steps. I would just go all in and get on the main road, try to go this and that, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't start slow and kind of just do around my neighborhood. And when that wasn't working, when I was just skipping over, just going slow, I was like, okay, I need to start small. You know, I need to just do baby steps. And if I get to a step where I can at least get on the main roads and go somewhere, you know, in a radius around my house, that's okay. You know, because at least I'm driving, you know, and I think that's really important. I know there's some of you that just have like horrible, you know, dizziness and horrible, you know, it's hard to really, it's the dizziness, it's the off balance feeling, it's the days that you can't even get out of bed. I've been there, you know, I totally get it. So I'm not saying on those days when you really can't get out of bed, I don't want you to drive, you know, that's not safe, you know. Hold on, I got a text. Okay. That's not safe. Today, I did it today because I'm having more of a window day today. But this last week, oh my gosh, like the PMSing stages, it's awful. You know, the PMSing stages, and then when you start your cycle, it gets better, you know, and then it seems like when your cycle's gone, it goes back to normal. So for women that are watching this, I get it. You know, I think when we hit like around our PMSing time, our symptoms are just so much worse and everything is just blown up, you know. So that's definitely not a time to where you want to try to do things that you're not comfortable with, you know. But what I'm saying is when you're having a little bit of a better day or a window day, take baby steps. Take baby steps with driving, take baby steps with walking, baby steps with things that you actually love and enjoy doing, because when we stop doing all those things during all of this, it really puts a damper in your mentality. Like it makes you even more depressed. It makes you even more sad. And even if you feel like total crap when you're trying to do something at home, I don't want you to try driving when you're feeling like total crap, you know, because that's operating a big car, you know. It's a big deal. It really is. People that haven't gone through this or been through this, they wouldn't really understand because they just do it every day, and it's, you know, it's just a breeze to them. They can just drive a 2-hour drive and go travel, and it's nothing to them, you know. But for us, it takes a lot of stamina to be able to drive. It does, because your nervous system is fragile, and your nervous system has to get used to it again, and it has to heal more and more for you to be able to do more and more. So it's really important that you just take baby steps with it. And as far as mindfulness goes, you can actually use it while you're trying to drive. You can be in the present moment. Don't think about what could happen. Don't think about what if I have this panic attack? I know it's hard. What if this happens? What if someone hits me and I get in a wreck? Blah, 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 blah. Don't think about all that. Think about the present moment. And when you get in your car, take a few deep breaths and tell yourself, if you're having those thoughts, say you're having a thought, what if someone hits me and I get in a wreck? Okay, if that happens, which it probably won't, but I mean, it does happen to people, but tell yourself, if that happens, I have a phone on me. I can call a family member, I can call a friend, they can come get me, everything is well, all is well. And then if you have this other thought that something bad is going to happen while you're driving, be like, no, if I feel any type of sensation that's too overwhelming, I can pull on the side of the road, take a few deep breaths, get myself centered back, and I can, drive back home and just take a few moments to kind of center yourself, take deep breaths, and realize that you are safe, you are okay, and everything is going to be fine. And that you have done this so many times before. You have driven, before you got sick, I'm sure you drove everywhere. That's what I did. Before I got this injury, I could drive all day and everything was fine. Remind yourself that this is only a moment in time. And even though things are hard right now, that you've done this so many times before, your brain just is having a hard time remembering it right now. And that's okay, because what we're going through is a lot. It is the hardest thing that anybody will ever go through, and it holds so much grief and all these other, it's definitely an experience that is really hard to deal with, so practicing mindfulness during all of that, and even practicing mindfulness when you're walking, there's a few different things that you can do. Start small. You can walk down your road and just walk back to your house, and then you can try going further the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. There's a thing called walking meditation, and you can look that up, and it's basically you're focusing on your breath while you're walking, and then when your feet are moving, you can go, like when your right foot goes forward, okay, right foot, and then when your left foot goes forward, left foot, right foot, left foot, and just focus on that, and just keep saying right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. And then focus around the nature that's around you and how beautiful it is. Don't think about, because your brain will do that, because that's the anxiety, that's the chemical anxiety that's telling you that something's going to happen and you're not going to be able to do this and that. And it's really intense because it's not normal anxiety, it's chemical anxiety. That's really it really helps, mindful walking meditation, and using mindfulness and things that you want to take baby steps with. And even if you just want to take baby steps at home, just getting up and maybe doing some light yoga or something like that, that's really good, because you guys, we get really sick and we have habits to just stay in bed, but that's not healthy for our bodies. We need to be outside. We need to be moving. I'm not saying force yourself to do that if you're just having such a horrible day, because there's those days where you are so symptomatic that even just getting up and going to the bathroom makes you feel worse. It just does, and I know the people that are watching this that were injured, they understand. I don't like to use benzo injured anymore. I use iatrogenic brain injury or injury, because that's what's happening with our brains, and it helps to really view it that way, because there comes a point in time where you have to teach your brain that this is something that's going to heal. And I feel like if you involve yourself too much in the groups are great. Let me first start off by saying that the groups are great. They have really helped me in really hard times, and they really helped me when I was in my acute and when I was tapering, because I didn't know what I could do and what I couldn't do. I didn't know what was happening to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go to a psych ward, I need to do this and that. But it was just from tapering, and it was from getting off the benzodiazepine, the groups have really helped me when it came to those things, and when I was doing really bad and I found other people to talk to that were in setbacks, and the ones that were doing good the first year or two off, and then they just hit this, their recovery became backwards, because that's what happened to me. My recovery, my first 2 years off, I was functional. I could drive around my town. I could work part-time. I couldn't do everything I wanted to do, and I couldn't just go all day, but I could do things. I had a life. I could date. I could take my daughter to do things, and like I said, I could work part-time. I could take care of myself. I could take care of my daughter by myself. And then that 2 years off hit. When I hit my setback, everything just became backwards. It was like it was the beginning, but even my beginning wasn't like that. It was something so much worse. And now that I'm at the 20 months from my antibiotic, it'll be 2 years in July since I took an antibiotic, and I'm seeing more improvements, so, but like I said, I'm not totally healed, and I'll make a video when I'm healed, and, but I didn't want to, go too deep into that. But I am, I do feel I feel my body trying to heal. I really do. And this is a fact, like me being able to do this, that's a sign, you know what I mean? That's a sign that I'm healing, So you guys, even though it's hard, you have to find something you enjoy doing. Maybe if it's crafting, or just doing a hobby at home, doing a puzzle, doing something that you enjoy. You have to do something that you enjoy in this, because it seems like everything gets taken away from us in all of this, and it gets really sad, and really depressing sometimes. So we have to find something that we enjoy doing, and when it comes to driving, I don't know if you guys are seeing a doctor or not, but this helps. It really does, because I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis in this, and I'm pretty sure I think it's called mystosis. I don't remember how to pronounce it. It's where your muscles are just, they become so weak and they hurt and it's painful. It's kind of like fibromyalgia, but fibromyalgia is pain in your muscles, and it doesn't deteriorate your muscles. So I've been diagnosed with those things, and I have these days where if I try to walk, like further than just walking to the bathroom or walking around my house, like if I try to go somewhere and walk, I start to feel really symptomatic. So it's really helped. And like I said, I don't know if you guys are seeing any doctors right now to try and help, but I would try and get a handicap placard to help you, because we need all we can get in this to help us. And it's really helped so much, because I can go somewhere and I can park in the handicap and I can get in there and I can get out, and I don't have to walk far distances and feel sick. You know, I still struggle with that. So it is getting better. You know, it's not as bad. I can see healing in that department, but it's still a struggle, you know, and it's really helped me so much. My rheumatologist gave it to me because I told him, I'm just like, I can't walk far distances. I can't do it. You know, I'm trying to drive again. I think I got my plaque card back in, I think it was 5-6 months ago when I got it. And I told him, I was like, everything is so hard, and I'm trying to drive, and if I park far out, I feel so sick, and I can't even get inside the place that I'm trying to go. I just go back to my car and go home, you know, and it really helped me, you know. And I have to renew it this month. And so I'm going to do that, and hopefully it's the last time that I renew it. So, you guys need to try and get your doctor to give you one, because it really does help. Because we deserve to be able to drive and go places, and, you know, we deserve all of that. We deserve to be able to do things, you know. Oh my goodness. But there's other things I wanted to talk about, and I just can't remember. Oh, it's this book that I have, and I've gotten a few other books. Let me see how much time. Oh, this video is super long. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna tell you about this book that I got. It's called God We Use This for Good. And it may be backwards. You can't really see it right now. But Max Lucado, he has some really good books. And there's this other devotional book that I just got, and it's called Everything. What is it called? Everything Beautiful Again, or See Things Beautiful Again. I'll put it in the bio underneath here. It's awesome, you guys. For those of you that are Christian and you believe in God, these books, in Max Lucado's books, there's another one called Never Alone that he has, and it's so good. I've gotten to a point where I can read books, because the first like 4 to 5 months, like when I hit my setback on top of my setback, it was hard for me to read. But the last 2 months, I've been able to read again. And it's so awesome, you guys. You have to get those books and try. If you can't read right now, maybe you can try and do an audio. They're awesome, because God is so awesome, and God has helped me through a lot of this. And I listen to Christian music while I'm driving, and although I'm not perfect, I still have my days where I just get so negative and angry with God, you know, but then I can tell it's when I'm not feeling good, and I'm just like, you know, why'd you do this to me? Blah, blah, blah. You blah, blah, this and that. But God has a plan, and God will use this for good. And this has shaped me into a person that I needed to be, and he wants me to be. And it's preparing me for something really big in my life, because there's a lot of things that I have goals for. And that's another thing you should do. You should write down all the goals that you want to do when you're healed. Write them all down, because you're a person. You have dreams. You have things that you want to do, you know, and you just feel like you're not capable right now, and that's understandable, but you will be, you know, and everything will get better, and you'll be able to do those things you want to do, and everything will be good again, you know. So I just wanted to share how good God is for a minute, because this video is getting really long. I think I'm at 24 minutes. So I'm gonna put those books in my bio, And I don't know if I'll probably make another video maybe in a few months. Hopefully in a few months it'll be my I'm healed video. That'd be awesome, you know, because I do want to make one last, you know, that will be my last video is when I'm healed, and I'll let you guys know that, hey, you know, I'll be 4 years off in June. So right now I'm at the 3.5 year mark. No, like it's April, right? May, June. I'm at, yeah, 3 years and 10 months off. So, all right, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. And I've kind of been out of the benzo community, but I don't really get involved in the groups right now. Because you got to take a break from social media. You really do. And you got to focus on yourself, and you have to really protect yourself and protect your mind and protect, you know, your healing. And sometimes the group, like I said earlier in my video, the groups can really help you in times of need, but then other times when you're trying to do better, it can kind of, you know, not be as good for you anymore. So really take time to just get outside, and even if you can't go anywhere, just sit outside and focus on reading and focus on yourself and goals, and talk to people you love and that love you. That's what, you know, that's the positivity and the healing amongst all of this. All right, now for real, I'm gonna close my video. I'm gonna stop blabbling and rambling. Okay, guys. I hope everyone's doing well, and there's healing, you know, and there's hope, and you are a beautiful person. You are loved. You are worthy. God loves you, and you're just an amazing person inside and out. And we're warriors. We're strong. Everything is well. All is well. Okay, guys. Bye.